As always, is Bryan Waldman from the Sinas Dramis Law Firm. There's been a lot of talk about Michigan's crumbling roads. Recent reports show that our state spends less per capita on its roads, and as a result, drivers hit holes and we have to pay to fix our tires and bent rims. Been there, done that. So, Bryan, don't we have laws that require some sort of action here?
Siobhan, that's a great point. I mean, we absolutely have laws. Everyone's talking about the roads, but no one is talking about the fact that we have a law in Michigan that is squarely on point here.
So, okay, so help us understand. What can we do? What's the law?
Yeah, so that we've got a law, but frankly, the law doesn't work unless citizens understand the law and hold state and local governments accountable. So let's start with the language of the law. We've got a law that says that government and entities have an obligation to make sure that roads are in reasonable repair. What the law says is each government agency having jurisdiction over a highway shall maintain the highway in reasonable repair so that it's reasonably safe and convenient for public travel. That's what the law says. No excuses, no budget concerns, no pointing fingers. It just has to be done.
So why are there so many roads not in reasonable repair?
Well, for a law to have any effect, it needs to be enforced. And who's going to enforce this law?
Right.
And the answer to that question is really citizens. Citizens have to enforce that law. Citizens have to hold state and local governments accountable.
So is that just making a claim if there, maybe you hit a massive pothole and there's damage? Do you just contact MDOT? Do you contact the county, the city?
You can make a claim for reimbursement for charges for property damage if there's an injury that results, and that can be with MDOT, the county, the city, who's ever responsible for the road. But those claims to a large extent are unsuccessful, and here's the reason why. The government is not responsible for damage or harm unless they knew or had knowledge of the defective condition. So as citizens, what we really need to do is we need to give notice. We need to not only let the government agencies know when there's been damage or harm, but let them know when you see a bad pothole. Give them formal notice and use that language in the statute. Send them a picture, be specific, and say this is a dangerous and unreasonably safe condition.
Thank you so much, as always, for giving us the legal edge.
Thank you, Siobhan.